Welcome to episode 3 of Building Manenos. I'm Nick Mutavi.
And I am architect Sylvia Kasanga.
In the last episodes, we talked about acquisition of land and we talked about getting the right architect. In this episode, you're talking about costing. So let us understand, how do you do the costing? Who is involved in the costing of the project? Whether it's a house, a go down, if you're building a children's home, who gives you the costing? Where do you get that from?
So this is where we introduce the person who's called the quantity surveyor.
The QS.
The QS. And what he does is a bills of quantities.
Okay.
A lot of Kenyans don't understand that booklet called a bills of quantities. But let's not forget that he draws this from the idea that has already been drawn by the architect.
Okay.
And he's now breaking down the components of that design into palatable components, and he puts numbers and costs to each of the components. Is the roof, the walling, the windows, the floor, the foundation.
Okay.
Just in a nutshell.
It's a breakdown of your costs.
Yes.
Basically.
The costs of your project.
Okay.
Yes.
And where do you get the QS from?
Again, like all the other consultants, same way as an architect.
Okay.
They are registered under the quantity surveyors group. And they are also licensed by the Board of Registration of Architects and Quantity Surveyors, and more so by referrals.
Okay.
You find that most architects have a good database of quantity surveyors who they have worked with of different capacities. So whenever you need one, your architect is also the first point of contact where they can help you find somebody. Yes.
And what is contained in this bill of quantities, the breakdown in terms of what is contained there, so that if I am a potential home builder, what do I need to look out for in terms of the breakdown?
So for now, the architect usually is your interpreter, because some of these things tend to be very technical.
Okay.
But in a nutshell, it's a big booklet, and in it will be the elements of your design, of your building that you want to build, that will be broken down and costed.
Okay.
And they will have a column which they leave open, so that when you're looking for a contractor, that is where they come and fill in, their rates and their costs. But these technical areas is where now you really need your good architect to help you and guide you. And don't forget that at the beginning, when your architect is doing his design, he has sort of given you preliminary costs and told you your building should not cost more than X amount of money. So even the architect now has a duty to make sure he coordinates with the quantity surveyor so that your design meets your budget. And that's very critical. Your architect controls your budget.
Okay.
Yes.
You normally see this a lot on the social media, from Facebook. Someone posts on a building a forum. I want to know can you give me a costing of a 3-bedroom house or a 4-bedroom house? What is wrong with that approach? Or is it possible, like someone to get an estimate, or is it a good guiding thought process, or should one just go with at least a documentation? Because I get this one is more like you don't have any drawing, but you're just looking for an estimate. Yes.
Nick, we cannot overemphasize the need to follow process.
Okay.
And the process starts with a design.
Yes.
That then is broken down and costed. That way, then you have accuracy.
Yes.
When you just come and ask somebody, what is the cost of this? Chances are that they will just give you a ballpark figure, because they're also looking, everyone wants a little business here and there, but it may not be representative of what you want to achieve. Okay. They don't understand the little other details that are within it, as they give you just, a round of the cuff costs. It's important that the process be followed, because the architect understands how you have broken down and how the design and the intricacies of the design when they're giving you those preliminary costs.
So for the people at home or people watching, the first thing you should basically do is get on board with an architect. Get a good architect. He gives you the drawings. Then now from there, you get a bill of quantities. No shortcuts, in short.
No shortcuts.
Yeah, because you cannot get an estimate, because all your needs are different. You have different needs for your bedroom. You have different needs for your finishing. So each project is specific and unique to itself.
Yes.
So on our next episode, we're going to talk about building and construction now. How do you source the contractor? Which options do you have? Contracts and etc. And don't forget to subscribe. And for the new viewers, keep it locked. Hey guys, thank you for watching. So keep it tuned, share, like, subscribe. Cheers.